Hey guys, how's it going? It's me again. I'm back here with another video. In this video, once again, we're going to be continuing the saga about the new Overframe cards. If you guys haven't seen before, we got a bunch of new Overframe cards revealed for the heroes and the rivals, and those cards are pretty cool, mostly for the rivals though. Now, I do like a lot of the new cards for the heroes. I made a video already on the Star Junk Synchro and the new Winkariba level 10 card. However, I think if you compare them to the cards that the rivals got, I think the rivals got way better cards here. I also like the archetypes that the rivals use way more as well. I think cards like Blue Eyes, Cyber Dragon, Galaxy, and Photon and Rocket are way cooler than the hero counterparts. I don't hate the archetypes that the heroes use, but I think the rival ones are just so much cooler. Like I said, the saga continues. I want to make a video on each of the cards, no guarantees though, just because some of the cards are pretty awkward to make a combo on, but I'll give it a try. I already made 5 videos, so this will be video number 6, so I'm about halfway done now. There's just so many cards, so it's very difficult to make a video on each of them because it's a lot of work. As you can see, I've been uploading a new video every day for over a week and I'm still not even halfway done yet. However, I did take a break on making a video on the Overframe cards because I wanted to make a video on Rocket and Cooltoon. Cooltoon got a bunch of really good support in Blazing Dominion, and I really think that deck is good now. There's honestly so many different combos you can make in Cooltoon now for just one card. On top of that, that deck has no issue fighting against Droll or Nibiru. I even made a full dedicated video to show you how to beat Droll and Lockbird with Cooltoon. I also made a video on how to beat Droll and Lockbird in Rocket and Dragon Link. It's really easy to do. For just one card, without a normal summon either, you get to do full Rocket Dragon Link combo. I was very happy I was able to post that video because Rocket's one of my favorite archetypes of all time. Now in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the card that Kaiba got in the rival pack. This is Deep Eyes White Dragon the Blue Abyss. This card's honestly pretty cool. Now normally in the beginning of the video, in my intro, I would talk about the card and explain how it works in the deck, but I'm going to do something a bit different here. I'm going to try out a different video format and I'm just going to get straight into the combo, and near the end of the video then I'll talk about the card. I normally like to talk about the card first and explain what the card does just so you guys understand all the different applications of the card. However, in today's video I want to try something different. So now we're just going to get straight into the combos. So here I have 3 different combos to show you guys, but one of the combos is just a slight deviation from the original combo. You guys will see what I mean when we get there. So to do this combo you only need 2 cards in your hand. One of them has to be the new Deep Eyes and the other one can be a random card. So this is just going to be a 1.5 card combo. To start this combo off, we're going to activate the effect of the new Deep Eyes White Dragon of the Blue Abyss. You get to send this card from your hand to the grave to add a level 1 light tuner monster from your deck to your hand. We're going to activate this effect. Now we're going to get a search for Maiden of White. We're not going to search for Sage here. In every Blue Eyes combo, it's always better to add Maiden from your deck to your hand instead of Sage. The reason why is because if your opponent activates Droll on your Deep Eyes effect, you will at least have Maiden in your hand. Now you can send Maiden to the grave to put True Light into your spell and trap zone. That will still give you a play under Droll, whereas if you search for Sage, you wouldn't be able to do that. So you're always going to search for Maiden if you can. Now you're going to activate the effect of Maiden in your hand. You're going to send this card from your hand to the grave. Now you get to take a True Light from your deck and place it into your face-up spell and trap zone. Now you're going to activate the effect of your True Light. Once per turn, you get to set a spell or trap from your deck that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon, but it has to have a different name than cards you control or in your grave. We're going to set our wishes from our deck. Now we're going to activate our face down wishes and discard the random card in our hand. Now we get to take a level 1 light tuner monster and a spell or trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon from our deck and add the cards to our hand. This is where you're going to get a search for Sage, and you're also going to search for Roar. As you can see, this is why it's always better to get a search for Maiden off the effect of Deep Eyes and not for Sage, because you're going to get Sage later. Now because we didn't normal summon yet, we're going to normal summon the Sage from our hand and activate this card's effect. You get to add a level 1 light tuner monster from your deck to your hand. We're going to get a search for Effect Veiler here. Now you're going to activate the Roar from your hand. What this card will let you do is summon any Blue Eyes monster from your deck. However, if you do not control the original one, you have to summon that one instead. Because we don't control the original Blue Eyes White Dragon on our field, we have to summon the original one, but that's fine. Now you're going to summon the original Vanilla Blue Eyes from your deck. This will trigger the effect of Maiden in our grave. If you special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon while this card is in your grave, you get to summon this card. Now we're going to bring back our Maiden from the grave. Now you're going to take your Sage and link this card off into Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Now we're going to activate this card's effect when the card is link summoned. You get to take one Mausoleum of White and either add the card to your hand or send it to the grave. We're going to add the card to our hand. Now you're going to activate the Mausoleum from your hand. Now you're going to activate the effect of Wishes in your grave. You're going to banish this card. You're going to target your Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field and equip it with a Blue Eyes Fusion monster from your extra deck. We're going to equip Neo Ultimate. Now you're going to tribute your Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, equip it to Neo Ultimate, and summon Tyrant Dragon. Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon can be summoned by tributing one Blue Eyes monster you control equipped with a Fusion monster. Now this will trigger the effect of Deep Eyes in your grave. Because Blue Eyes White Dragon was sent to the grave, this card will summon itself from the grave. This card will also gain attack equal to the attack of Blue Eyes, but that really doesn't matter because we're we're gonna get rid of the card really soon. So I summoned my Deep Eyes from the grave in defense position, but it really doesn't matter. You can summon the card and attack if you want, but we're gonna get rid of this card really quickly. Now here you're gonna activate the effect of Spirit and tribute this card. You get to target a Blue Eyes monster in your grave and summon it to your field. However, if you summon an effect monster off this effect, that card's effect will be negated, but it really doesn't matter because we're gonna summon the original Blue Eyes. Now we're gonna activate the effect of Mausoleum and target our Maiden. Because Maiden was targeted by a card effect, you get to summon your Sage from the grave. Now off the effect of Mausoleum, this card will send another copy of the original Blue Eyes White Dragon from our deck to the grave. Now we're gonna take our Sage and our Tyrant Dragon to Synchro summon our first Spirit Dragon. Now we're gonna activate the effect of Spirit Dragon. Because we control the Synchro summon card, you get to tribute this card. Now you get to summon one Light Dragon Synchro monster from your extra deck. Here we're gonna summon the Crimson Dragon and activate this card's effect. If this card is special summoned, you get to take a spell or trap from your deck to your hand that mentions Crimson Dragon. Here we're gonna get a search for Synchro Rumble. Now off of the effect of Mausoleum, we get another normal summon for our level 1 Light Tuner monster, so we're gonna summon our Effect Veiler from our hand. Now I know a lot of people will say if you're just gonna normal summon the Effect Veiler, you should have searched for a different card. For example, I know a lot of people will say, why aren't you playing Kaibaman the Legend? The reason why is because I don't really want to play that build. In my opinion, cards like Magia and Kaibaman the Legend are incredibly win more and very unnecessary in the competitive build. Yes, I know the cards are really great to display for a YouTube combo video, and this is a YouTube combo video, but I don't want to use the card. In my opinion, the Primate build of Blue Eyes is by far the best one and the most consistent. Yes, if I summon Magia and I play Kaibaman the Legend, I can make my board a lot better, but I'm going for consistency here. This is why I'm going to summon the Veiler and not Kaibaman the Legend, but you can run whatever one you want. Now, something I really like about this combo is that we're going to summon Ultimate Spirit Dragon here, but we're going to properly Synchro summon this card. In a lot of the combos that you see where people summon Ultimate Spirit, it's always cheating it off the effect of the regular Spirit, but not today. We're going to properly summon this card. In order to Synchro summon Ultimate Spirit Dragon, you have to use 2 tuner monsters plus a non-tuner Blue Eyes monster. A really cool thing about Abyss Dragon is that this card is always treated as a Blue Eyes card, so we get to use this card as material for Ultimate Spirit. So now we're going to take our Maiden, our Veiler, and our Deep Eyes to Synchro summon Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Like I said, this is really cool because you never see anyone properly Synchro summon Ultimate Spirit Dragon. It does make me very happy that I can showcase this. Now you're going to activate the Synchro Rumble in your hand. This card will let you target a tuner monster in your grave and summon the card in defense position. We're going to target the Maiden in our grave and summon the card to our field. Now you're going to activate the effect of your Crimson Dragon on the field. This card will target your Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Now this card will return itself to the extra deck to summon a Dragon Synchro with the same level as the monster that you targeted. Ultimate Spirit is a level 12 Dragon Synchro, so we get to summon a level 12. We're gonna summon Cosmic Blazar Dragon, and this is pretty awesome. Now normally you wouldn't be able to cheat out Cosmic Blazar Dragon by a card effect because this card has to be properly Synchro summoned. However, a really cool thing about the effect of the Crimson Dragon is that it treats the monster it summons as a proper Synchro, so we do get to summon Cosmic Blazar Dragon here, and it's pretty awesome. A really cool thing about this board is that you don't have to summon Cipher here because you properly Synchro summon Ultimate Spirit. Now, and the reason why in the other Blue Eyes combo where you always have to summon Divine Cipher is because when you summon a monster off the effect of Spirit, it will destroy itself during the end phase. Cipher would protect Ultimate Spirit from being destroyed, so you get to keep the Omni Negate on the field, which is very important. Cosmic Blazar Dragon can also negate summons, which is high-key kind of broken. So now you're going to take your Blue Eyes and your Maiden to Synchro summon your last Spirit Dragon. So now you're going to end your turn with this, and this is pretty good. You have 2 Omni Negates here off the effect of Blazar and Ultimate Spirit. You also have the Grave effect of Spirit, which doesn't come up all the time, but it's still pretty nice to have. It's pretty nice that you don't have to tribute this card immediately. Now on your opponent's turn, when you already activated the effect to negate a card in the grave from Spirit, you're going to tribute this card. Now you're going to summon Crimson Dragon again and activate this card's effect again. You're going to target your Ultimate Spirit and summon another copy of Cosmic Blazar Dragon. Fun fact for people who don't know, the effect to negate a card off the effect of Cosmic Blazar Dragon is not a hard once per turn. That means you can activate this effect for as many copies as you have. So because I have 2 Blazars here, I can activate both of their effects on the same turn. That's pretty awesome. Now this is a really good combo because you just have 3 Omni Negates, but there's a really big issue here. You definitely have space for 1 Cosmic Blazar Dragon, but you're probably not going to have the space for 2 of them. So I really like this combo because you got to properly summon Ultimate Spirit and you have 2 Blazar Dragons on the field. What makes that even better is that you don't have to play any additional main deck gardens if you don't want to, but it's also unfortunate that you're probably not going to pull off this combo in a tournament because you do have to play 2 Blazar. I know some people will say why don't you just summon Divine Cipher, but it's really not that great there. Cipher is just a monster negate and a pop, which is okay, but at the same time having another Omni Negate is definitely better. It basically means that this deck can be a lot better into board breakers. Now if you're not going to summon the second Blazar, I'll show you what you should do instead. Basically what I've done here is I recreated my old board while I still have Tyrant and Spirit on my field. Instead of tributing Spirit for its own effect to bring back my Blue Eyes, I'm going to link off my Tyrant and my Spirit here. Now I'm going to summon Hieratic Seal. Now the exact same combo is still going to play out here. I'm going to properly Synchro summon my Ultimate Spirit Dragon. I'm going to summon my Crimson Dragon. Pretty much everything I did in the previous combo I'm going to do again, except I'm missing my second Cosmic Blazar Dragon. Basically you trade a copy of your Cosmic Blazar Dragon for a Seal, which I think is a really bad trade. However, at the same time, you're already going to be running one copy of Seal in your extra deck for Blue Eyes, so you don't have to remove a card. You lose out on the Grave Negate off Spirit, and you lose out on the Omni Negate off Blazar, but Seal is still pretty good. Basically, what's going to happen is when your opponent has a face of monster on the field, you're going to tribute your Seals to return that monster to the hand, then you're going to activate the effect of Seals when the card is tributed. Now you're going to summon the other Blue Eyes Overframe card from your deck. This is going to be the Phantom Beast. If this card is special summoned from the hand or deck, you get to destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Also, you cannot attack directly for the rest of this turn except with Blue Eyes cards, but it really doesn't matter because it's your opponent's turn. You won't get a battle phase that turn anyways. A free Raigeki is really good. Now this combo is a lot better because you're already going to be running Hieratic Seal and Blue Eyes. However, if you can find the space for 2 Cosmic Blazar Dragon in your extra deck, I would definitely recommend doing that combo instead. So now I'm going to show you guys another combo, and this is probably closer to standard, but I think it's a lot weaker. Once again, this is going to be another 1.5 card combo. You only need the new Deep Eyes in your hand and a card to discard. You're going to activate the effect of Deep Eyes here and discard the card from your hand. Now you get to add a Maiden from your deck to your hand. Now you're going to send Maiden from your hand to the grave to place a True Light from your deck into your spell and trap zone face up. Now you're going to activate your True Light and set a Blue Eye spell or trap from your deck into your spell and trap zone. You're going to set your wishes here. Now we're going to activate wishes and discard the random card in our hand to get a search for both Roar and Sage. Now because we didn't normal summon yet, we're going to normal summon the Sage from our hand, and now we get a search for Effect Veiler. Now you're going to activate Roar to summon the Blue Eyes monster from your deck, but because we don't control the original one, we have to summon that one. Now we're going to summon the original Blue Eyes from our deck, and now the effect of Maiden will activate. Because we summon this card, it will bring itself back from the grave. Now we're going to take our Sage and turn that card into Spirit and activate the effect of Spirit. Now we get to add Mausoleum of White from our deck to our hand. Now we're going to activate our Mausoleum of White. Now we're going to activate the Grave effect of Wishes and target our Blue Eyes on the field. Now you're going to take the new ultimate in your extra deck and equip it onto the Blue Eyes. Now you're going to tribute your Blue Eyes equipped with new ultimate to summon your Tyrant. Now because Blue Eyes White Dragon was sent to the grave, you're going to activate the effect of your Abyss Dragon in the grave and summon the card. You're going to take your Abyss Dragon and your Spirit to link summon into Hieratic Seal. Now you're going to activate the effect of your Mausoleum of White and target your Maiden, and now the effect of Maiden will activate. This card will summon the original Blue Eyes from your grave. After Mausoleum will send another copy of the original Blue Eyes from your deck to the grave. Now you're going to take your Tyrant Dragon and your Maiden to Synchro summon into your first Spirit Dragon. Now you're going to activate the effect of Spirit Dragon and tribute this card to summon the Crimson Dragon from your extra deck. Now you're going to activate the effect of the Crimson Dragon. This card will let you get a search for Synchro Rumble. You're going to activate Synchro Rumble from your hand. You're going to target your Maiden in the grave and summon the card to the field. Now you're going to take your Maiden and your Blue Eyes to summon another Spirit Dragon. Now something that a lot of people do is very greedy here. They leave the Spirit on the field and wait to tag out on the opponent's turn. The reason why is because they want the Grave Negate off the effect of Spirit, but that's really bad. The reason why is because you don't have a negate on the field. If your opponent activates any board breaker, you're done. This is why on your turn I would always recommend tagging out into your ultimate Spirit. Now this is mainly because you want an Omni Negate alive immediately on the opponent's turn. Now you're going to activate the effect of the Crimson Dragon to tag out to summon your Divine Cipher. You cannot summon Cosmic Blazar Dragon here because your Spirit Dragon will destroy itself if you don't have Cipher. The reason why is because we didn't properly Synchro summon Ultimate Spirit here. We cheated the card out with the effect of Spirit. So now on the opponent's turn, you're going to activate the effect of your Hieratic Seal and return one face-up card that controls to the hand. Then you get to summon your White Phantom Beast from the deck. Now you get to Raigeki older monsters. So this is not too bad, even though I think the board is a lot weaker here. The best thing for sure is you get to keep the Veiler in your hand, but I really don't think it's worth it. I honestly think the double Blazar board and the Ultimate Spirit that you properly Synchro summon is better, but like I said, the problem is you need the space for the second Blazar. Finding room for the first Blazar is very easy, but finding room for the second one is pretty difficult. However, whatever combo you want to do, I think all of them are fine, so it's up to you which one you want to do. The main goal of these combo showcases is not to tell you what combo you have to do, it's to show you all the different options that you have. I will let you guys decide which combo you like the most. So overall, I think this new Deep Eyes Abyss Dragon is pretty good. It's honestly pretty weird that this is the card they chose to give an overframe. The reason why is because this card is kind of like a fusion of two of Kaiba's different monsters. The Deep Eyes Dragon card is the one that he only used one time in the Dark Side of Dimensions movie, and the Abyss Dragon is the card that he got in the Legend Duelist pack a really long time ago. I'm honestly shocked this is the card they decided to give a retrain instead of another card like Whitestone. I personally think a new Whitestone retrain would have been a lot cooler than a new Abyss Dragon, but maybe that's just me. The card is fine though, it's honestly pretty good. I know a lot of Blue Eyes players were not happy when they read this card because I did read a lot of the reactions on this card. I'm always very curious to see what other people think about the new cards because me personally, I really like this card. Basically, when you think about what this card does, it's basically more copies of Sage and Maiden because it's a Rota for them. It's honestly pretty confusing to me that people prefer Sage over this new Deep Eyes because Deep Eyes is just a better copy of Sage. Basically, when you normal summon Sage, that's a Rota for Maiden and that card card will get you True Light. The exact same thing will happen if you open with Abyss Dragon, and that card will not take up your normal summon. The card will also summon itself back from the grave, which gives you another body on the field. Basically, if you open up with Sage and you open up with Abyss Dragon's always better because it does the exact same thing that Sage does. It's even better too because it doesn't take up your normal summon. So me personally, I think this new Deep Eyes is way better than Sage, and I'm very surprised people don't like the card. It could just be me, but I think this new Deep Eyes offers a lot of good value. On top of that, I also really like the ability to properly Synchro Summon Ultimate Spirit. Another thing I like about this combo is I don't have to play Kaibaman the Legend or any cards from Magia. As I said before, I know a lot of people like those cards, but I think the Primite build is by far the best one. I know they offer a lot better combo in terms of ceiling, but I really don't think that's a big issue in Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes already has some pretty good end board, so I really don't think it's a problem. This is why I'm really happy I could properly Synchro Summon Ultimate Spirit Dragon and 2 Cosmic Blazar Dragons. It feels really good raising the ceiling in a deck without playing any additional Gardens in your main deck. This is just a normal Primite build along with at least one copy of the new Abyss Dragon. You're also definitely going to be running this card because it's just a consistency booster. It's also a lot better into Droll than Sages, so that's another bonus. I definitely think this card is pretty good. So that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys for the next video.